Hey guys, Tevin here with a brand new project for you guys, and this one I am actually doing full commentary for. It's post commentary, but this is for one of my favorite Paper Mario games in this series. So before I start getting all sentimental, let me do this real quick. Ahem. Today, I'm going to tell you the story of the Thousand-Year Door. An awfully long time ago, in a strange and far-off land, a big bustling town thrived. It was a town where all people lived very happy lives, and it's said that the town was very prosperous. But one day, tragedy befell this blessed place, and a great cataclysm struck the town and its people. Darkness filled the skies, and the earth roared and shook. It was as if the very world had come to a violent end. And but a single night, the town sank into the depths of the earth. Many moons rose and set. Stories of the town passed into the pages of fairy tales, and when the town site no longer held relics of its past, people gathered at that spot and built a new town. But word soon spread among the people who moved in that an ancient city lay deep underground, and that a magnificent treasure rested there. Indeed. This is a tale of the fabled treasure of Rogueport. Yes, this is where it begins, in the seed town of Rogueport, the tale of the quest for the legendary treasure. And the Thousand-Year Door starts here. Alright, so with that introduction, we are now into, like I said before, my favorite Paper Mario game in the series, hands down. So Paper Mario Thousand-Year Door, it came out on the GameCube, I believe in 2001. This is one of the very first few games that I was able to physically buy myself with money I saved up. I remember specifically because I still have the original receipt from the copy that I bought from Toys R Us. I remember when these games used to be like $60. I'm kind of ignoring the dialogue here for a second, but everything else I will normally read. Just this time, I'm just let me gush, okay? And as you can see by the level of high depth the graphics are, I am actually going to be playing this on the Dolphin Emulator, just because originally I had planned to do it on my GameCube, just like how I did original Paper Mario on the N64. But when I was doing the whole test and see how it turned out, I really wasn't a big fan of the quality of the graphics, and this is one of my favorite Paper Mario games, and I wanted to give it the justice it deserved and make it look as clean and crisp as I can. And when I saw the Dolphin Emulator and this ROM of the game, I was like, I have to do this. It took me a bit to figure out how to get my controller registered to actually work alongside the emulator, but after I stopped doing that for a good while and I came back to it after I came back from tech school course, got it hands down, got it all working. So now I am working on playing this game, trying to do at least a chapter a day when I'm not working so I can get this recorded. But anyway, now with all that prologue stuff done, welcome to Paper Mario The Thousand-Year Door 2004, not 2001, a little off. Anyway, as I was saying, I am playing this on the Dolphin Emulator, so it is going to be a lot cleaner and look a lot nicer than the Paper Mario one. And there goes my test file, so I'm going to go ahead and start a new file over in save file number 4. And ever since joining the military, I've been getting into this habit of naming my game files just my last name now compared to my first name. So please forgive me for that if you start seeing that more and more often in the coming games. I just and I hate that that's still on there. So coming forward in the next few videos, I will get rid of that little header at the very end. So don't worry about that. It's probably only going to be in for 1 or 2 videos. Anyway, let's get on with the story, and we get to meet a familiar face in the last game. We got Parrot here delivering our mail yet again. Mail call! Oh, it's too bad we don't ever interact with any, besides him and one other former party member, we don't interact with any of the past partner characters from the original. But good old Luigi's still there, and of course, like the last one, our adventure is going to start with a letter. Hey bro, check it out, a letter from Princess Peach arrived for you. It's got a little heart seal too. She likes us. I'll just read it to you. How's that sound? Ahem. Now let's see here. Hello there, Mario. I'm now on a holiday traveling in the Mushroom Kingdom. In my travels, I came into possession of a mystical map. A treasure map, actually. It was inside a box I got from an old merchant in a town called Rogueport. But since it would be too difficult for me to try to go find treasure all by myself, I thought you could help me hunt for it. You will, of course, won't you? I've included the map with this letter, so please bring it with you when you come. I'll meet you at Rogueport. That means you must come. Princess Peach. What do you know? It's true. There's a withered old map in here with a letter. Check it out. So this game will be recorded post-commentary just because when it comes to me doing emulated games, I kind of have to play it first and then do voiceover followed by it, just because it will probably take up more processing power if I tried to open up like both the emulator and my recording game software to record my audio at the same time, and I didn't want to go through the hassle of doing that when I can just, you know, take the time, just do voiceover later on. And it gives me more time to focus and get my thoughts together, because I really have a lot of stuff to say about this game, because this is my childhood right here. This game is one of the major games that I loved for the GameCube that I always have fond memories of, and the one that I tend to find myself coming back to play more and more often. But with that, we are now into the prologue. It's just going to be like the first game, how we have chapters and everything, but this is the prologue. And I like how they have the setup for this. So this is a Rogue's Welcome. Excuse me, sir. Please wake up, sir. The town you've been speaking of has come into view. Look, that's Rogueport. You see, we'll arrive shortly. Please prepare to disembark. Indeed, sir. We are almost there. We are on the horizon. Oh, man. It has been a moment since I've seen this. I mean, as in a moment, as in like probably like a few days since I played this earlier. Must apologize, sir. Our arrival was delayed. Just a bit of rough weather. Are you quite sure you want to disembark here? I did tell you all the sordid tales about Rogueport on our way here, did I not? What's that? I'm sorry? You say there's a princess waiting here for you? Is that so? Of course, sir. Well, that's what you think, and I won't stop you. But, you be careful, sir. Don't say I didn't warn you. Yeah, we got the song and dance already. Thank you for the lifts. Be on your way. Alright, so here we are in Rogueport. Just like in the first game, we press A to jump and B to use our hammer, which we have by default now. And I'm just going to talk to these NPCs just because I like getting a little bit more, background into the world, and like I do like to talk to him. And right now he's telling us about the save block that's right there, but I'm not going to touch that for a brick, just because in these earlier episodes I wanted to make sure everything was going right, so I didn't want to save too early in advance and then have something mess up and then have to restart all over again. So thankfully it didn't happen, so we're gonna go over that later. Hey, what do you want? Get away from me, freak! Oh, come off it, you airhead. I know it's tough for you, but don't play dumb with me. I've seen you walking around town asking for information about the crystal stars. Well, now I'm doing the asking, so be a good girl and tell us what you know, right now. Never. I don't have anything to say to you creeps. Ew. I suppose it wouldn't be right if a sassy little ass like you met with an untimely demise. Boys, we're taking this firebrand to our fortress. As you command, Lord Crump, we're on it. No! Stop right there, you weirdos! I'll scream! Really! Alright, let's go ahead and interject into this. Like I go anywhere with you smelly lunatics like you. Not likely. What? What do you think you're doing, chump? You think you can screw up my plans? Gah, it's always something. Looks like I'm gonna have to give you a little taste of the old Crumpa Bomb. Alright, so now we're in our first fight, and just like in the first game, we do have action commands, and since I'm a bit more adept at this one than the last one, it's going to be a bit easier for me to explain. So, there are 3 methods of attacking in this game, either using your jump or hammer, and then the third one will be using items, which we'll get into later. Press A as soon as you land on the enemy's head in order to do an action command to double jump, and there are 2 ways you can defend, either with a regular guard or a super guard. By pressing A, which I didn't do there, you can guard, and depending on how high your damage is and how high your defense stat is and their damage output, you can defend against it and either take minimum damage of 1 or no damage at all. So there we go. Or if you do a super guard by pressing B at just the right moment when they make contact with you during their attack, which is a lot more difficult to do, you can actually do counter damage to them. And just like with the hammer, you want to hold back all the way to the left until it reaches its star icon, then let it go in order to do the maximum amount of damage to it. And right now she's telling you about star points, which you get at the end of every battle, just like in the first game. We rack them up till we get 100, and then we level up and get an increase in HP, BP, or FP. Okay, you got a couple decent shots in, I'll give you that. But unfortunately for you, that means it's go time! And he calls his posse here to just surround us. That's not necessary. Punish him! And they just jumped everywhere. I feel so punished. Quick, this way! And we just sneak out through the bag. Phew, what a bunch of loons. Let's just sneak out of here. What do you say? Alright, so let's go ahead and make the only way else we can get out of here and lead them to their devices. Whoa! Stop! Where'd they go, huh? You, Johnson, did you see them? Did anyone? No one's got a clue, we just bolted. Crud. They bolted. Wow, mister, you totally saved me. Thanks! I have just got to give you a little reward, gosh. Can't read now. My name's Goombella. I'm a student at the University of Goom. Nice to meet ya. So, who are you? Mario? Wait, you mean like that famous guy? Wow, I can't believe I've met you here. Cool. Anyway, no offense, but it looks like you totally just rolled into town yourself, right? Me? I already hate it here. There are freaks and weirdos everywhere. It's nasty. I mean, I know this place is called Rogueport, so I should have expected it, but sheesh! I never come to a place like this if there weren't some legendary treasure here. What? You're looking for the legendary treasure too? Seriously? Whoa, 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 bucko! What you got there? Oh my gosh, isn't that a treasure map? You have to tell me where you got that. Princess Peach? What? Great huggly buggly! If it isn't Master Mario! God, that's going to get irritating. Bit of coincidence bumping into one another in this sort of place, hmm? Ho-ho! So tell me, Master Mario, what in the world brings you to this wretched little burg? Hmm? Ah, indeed! Princess Peach sent you a letter and a treasure map? And she told you she'd meet you here in Rogueport? Intriguing. You're asking me where Princess Peach is? I was about to ask you that. We stopped in this town to acquire a spot of fuel for our ship, don't you know? I only took my eyes off her for a moment, but as soon as I did, she vanished. You know how headstrong she is, Mario. I just assumed she'd be back momentarily. But at this point, I fear we must embrace the possibility that she may never return. I've been at a loss as what to do. I've been fraught with worry, I tell you. But I'm feeling better with you here, Master Mario. Surely we'll find her. Surely. But I know my place, Master Mario, and this is not it. I leave this task to you. I believe I'll recline in the inn right over there and enjoy a spot of tea, perhaps. In fact, I highly recommend it, particularly if you find your HP running low. Just drop on in! Ho Yes, anyway, a little rest there will fill all your HP. I must say, though, the rest of the town is a bit rough. Yes, rough indeed. Huff, I say. Huff, I say. Princess Peach. Did he mean like Peach, the Mushroom Kingdom princess? The princess who's always getting nabbed by Bowser, the Koopa King? The one you rescue? Wait a sec, this is crazy. Princess Peach sent you that treasure map? Whoa, this is really intense. Well, where could she have gone, then, do you think? You don't think maybe she got sick of waiting and went to find the treasure on her own? You're pretty dumb without the map. Oh, I know, Mario. Come with me. One of my professors is here researching that treasure. We'll show him your map. If we start looking for the treasure, then maybe we'll catch up to Princess Peach. Great. We're all good then. Let's go, Mario. And with that, we get our first party member, Goombella, and if you saw the first series, she's exactly like Goombario, just a female version, and in my opinion, just a little bit better and less annoying. With her ability, you can press X to get a general description of where you are located in the hub world, and it might give you a little hint, or just might be just general flavor text about it. But if you actually walk up near an NPC with that exclamation mark to talk over them and press Goombella's ability, she will actually give you a rundown of that character, just a general bio of them. So in case you're ever curious about a certain character or whatnot, just walk on up to them like getting ready to talk and just press X and Goombella will do her thing. She will also give you hints and some information later on, but for the most part, it's pretty simple. In terms of attacking, exactly like Goombario, she does her head bonk moves, which you can use multiple times in order to do damage to enemies, and she has a Tout ability, which I will be using frequently in order to get the health display for all the enemies. So how this will work is whenever I encounter an enemy for the very first time, I will use her Tattle ability just to get their HP and give you that little brief bio, and then I'm going to switch her out to someone else I might need who will probably do a better job of it. Something else you actually saw at the very beginning, as soon as she joined us, she actually got a health bar too. That is the biggest feature in this game that I enjoy the most that they fixed. So no longer when partners get damaged, they'll be out for how many turns of damage that they took. Instead, they have their own separate health bar, and just like with Mario, if it reaches 0, they'll fall, but you can also revive them. I also picked up a star piece earlier, so I'm going to be using those in order to get badges later on that I'm going to need. And right now, what I'm doing right now is not necessary for this part, but I recommend that you actually start doing this now, just because when it comes to after the events of Chapter 1 to move forward into later chapters, get access to this area, you kind of want to like get this started so we can already just go ahead and get it knocked out the way, since it does take a bit of time in order for it to fully go through. So as you was saying earlier, I wasn't reading because this part's not as important. So she was missing her contacts, she told us not to move, I just jumped so I can squish it, and now we have to compensate her because I crushed it and Mario's saying no. So until we get her a replacement for her contacts, she is going to block the gate to the west side until we get her new one. So yep, she'll be moving back and forth, make sure we can't advance. So in order to do this, we actually want to go into the item shop, which is depicted by that flower icon, and we actually want to talk to this clerk first, and as soon as we do that, we will mention that we want to order contact lenses, and it does take a sensible amount of time for them to actually get it because it's a special order. So by the time you come back after like finishing Chapter 1, they'll have it ready in stock for us to buy. So that's why I like to start it now, so that way I can hurry up and get it done, because by Chapter 3 is when I'm going to actually need to go to the west side. So as soon as you get that started now, the better. So the inn is dictated by that little picture of the bed on top. So yeah, I'll let you know. And again, Goombella's letting you know about the save block since I didn't hit it yet. She's just reaffirming that, hey, you should probably save. And I'm like, no, I don't think I will. So anyway, as we move forward, we'll move and try to find Professor Franklin and, oops, pardon me, sucker. Hey, what's your beef, pal? Yeah, I'm talking to you. Mario, you gotta wake up. That guy just stole half your coins. So yeah, we got mugged, and if you don't know anything about this game, like it's your first time playing, you'll actually lose those 50 coins, but since I do know, you can actually go and get those back by coming back to the left-hand side to the main plaza area and going behind the center arch and taking a left. Because in this house to the far left is actually the home of that bandit that took half our money. Oops! Fancy meeting you here. You're pretty dang persistent, buddy. What a pain. Fine, okay, you got me. I'll give you your coins back. Here. Cool, and we get our 50 coins back. And just as compensation, I'm going to take this star piece in your house. So, not only did you rob me and give me back my stuff, I robbed from you now. And the reason why I want these star points, like I said, they're not that necessary for the game, but I do want them just because it helps me get badges. And something I want to try to do is collect all the badges. I never really did that when I played it originally, but it's a goal for me to try now. But I am going to say that for the next video. This is probably going to be a good place to stop, so thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys next time in Let's Play Paper Mario: The Thousand Year Door. So until then, see you later.